Mine. My own. My precious. Grimash! Last time we met and I had a go at this giant floating model, I was still trying to actually make it so it could float with the helium balloon. And the last piece I was working on was this piece at the bottom of the airship. But well, something else has come up and I've decided to do it in a different way. But before we dive into that, let me give you a quick overlook of Essen. So, when you apply for Essen, you will get this large manual here. It's 35 pages long that will tell you how you apply for the booth. And if you look closely down, you will notice that the cheapest booth that you can get is 2,200 euros. So that's a lot of money for like 5 times 3 meters of booth. But I'm going there because I have a plan. So what I did was I filled in the application and sent it. I have been accepted if I paid 40% deposit. So I did that. Yeah, money gone. But what you will notice is that already, like in March, it had 75% of all booth space was rented out already in March. So it's going to be gigantic this year at Essen. And Essen also told us that hall number 7 will be open, the big one out in front in one end of the building will be open as well for exhibitors. So it will be giant this year and it will be the biggest space they have ever had at Essen, they say in the newsletter. So that's going to be very exciting and I'm anxious to see if this will let them let more people enter the halls. So that's going to be exciting to see. But without further ado, and in relation to the humming sound that you probably will hear on this video, we'll have a look at the airship. So now we have arrived at the very part of the video where I reveal this enormous clickbait that I made, that we are not talking about this small model, but we are talking about a 5 meter long 3D printed model. Yes. And the enormity and absurdity of this project is starting to show itself. This all began when my good friend Morten told me that, stop playing with cardboard, you're not a boy anymore, you're a man, you need to 3D print that airship. And I thought, yeah, why not? So I called Francesco, the 3D modeler, and he made me a hollow version of the airship, the Omen that we are going to print. And I sent it to Morten and he started cutting out pieces of it into plates for the 3D printer, a filament printer. And when we started working at this project, we quickly realized that this is going to take a lot of filament and it is going to take a lot of time. I think it's like maybe 1,000 hours of print and like 40 to 50 kilograms of filament, not to mention the hassle it is to make this gigantic 3D puzzle work when I have to put stuff together. But I hope it will look stunning in the end, and I'll wait a bit with calling Essen and saying I need to suspend this 50 kilogram airship from the ceiling just above my booth, and they'll say, are you mad? Probably. What you can see here is one side of the airship and the back end, and the balloon will fit inside this. So this will be strapped on somehow, that I don't know yet. And you can see this is part of the, of the bottom going down here. So it's going to be gigantic. This piece is 3 meters long and I think about 1.5 meters high. So it's going to be enormous. And I'll need to like put them together in, I think, 4 pieces, because otherwise they cannot fit in the van. And when I'm done and have some big pieces, I'll start to polish this and sand it down and apply paint and details. Like I have these glass spheres here that I'm going to put on here, and I want light, and maybe if I can get a smoke generator and maybe sound as well plugged into this bad boy. So this is, I hope, not a clickbait, it was the biggest miniature airship that you saw today. That was it for this episode of I'm Going to Essen. I hope you will follow this weird journey towards making the coolest booth at Essen. See you next time, and remember to follow the campaign on GameFound.